Hello and welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, you'll notice that my lips are out of sync with what my voice is saying. This is because my microphone played up, so I'm going to be doing a bit of a voiceover over this one. But we've gone to Paradise Wildlife Park. We'll take you around. We had some clips that we didn't really want to not post because there's some nice little interactions here with some animals. So yeah, so it's Christmas time, so they've got some of their Christmas decorations up. It's quite nice. It's not prevalent throughout the park, pretty much really only in this hub area where there's any kind of sense of Christmas activity. But yeah, especially on the way out, it looks a little bit nicer when the sun's set a little. So yeah, nice big snowman there. And into the world of animals. So this statue here is just like a preservation statue, I believe, and it's sort of by the lion enclosure, which is just here. Unfortunately, they're not out at the moment, but there will be some lion action a little bit later on. I can't really remember what I was saying in this part. I think we were just saying that it's really, really cold, basically. So this was yesterday. Oh, well, this was the 8th of December, and it was absolutely freezing. So it was 2 degrees during the day on this location. So just to let you know that this is Paradise Wildlife Park and it is in Hertfordshire. It's soon to be renamed as Hertfordshire Zoo in 2024, I believe. And we're just heading up some of these steps to see if we can get a better look over the lion enclosure. But we couldn't, so I don't think we showed you anything here. So in this part, we're just walking into like the... can't remember what they call it, but it's sort of more, in this part it's more like sort of like the tapirs and the zebras. Here they are in question. So yeah, we're just looking at them, sort of having some grub. And my sister works in this kind of area, I believe. So we was keeping an eye out for Jeffs. So yeah, Kirsty's having a chat with them, but yeah, again you can't hear that, so we'll leave that there. Here is number one of the battling camels. There is another one in there, which you will see a little bit later. They have a bit of a tussle, unfortunately, but apparently they always do it. So, hey-ho. Then we've got the inquisitive emu. They're quite funny, actually. So we see them again a little bit later on. Quite a good personality. Then we've got the wallabies. I think I'm saying that they're probably not used to this cold due to coming from Australia, but I'd imagine sort of if they've been in the UK for a while that they probably are used to it. So hey ho. And then I think you're seeing camel number 2 in the background there, and then we've got the sensible wallabies all huddled. I don't know if you can really see it, but all huddled under their heat lamp in that little shelter, all looking a little bit concerned that we're walking around outside. But so this place absolutely loves meerkats by the looks of it. They're all over the place. So yeah, here he is. Here's the emu. He's quite interested in us. Kirsty was laughing at sort of the huff marks it's making on the glass there. So she was finding that quite interesting, and he was finding my microphone, which, as you already know, wasn't plugged in typically. He's quite interested in that as well, so that was quite good. A lot of the animals seemed quite interested in the microphone, so it was quite nice to be able to have that because they were quite interested in taking a look at it, which mean we had some good interactions with them, like this. So he was like following us around. I was seeing if he would follow us to this side, but no. So here's some of the penguins. They're not really doing much. Here's some more meerkats. He's under his little lampshade. And then there's a funny one outside, I believe. Yeah, here he is. Apparently, Jess said that he's always holding on to his lampshade because apparently the metal gets quite warm. So warming his hands up on the metal as well as being under the heat lamp. So here he is again. I think they've had enough. We wasn't making a lot of noise, but probably more than they appreciated. Here's the battling camels. I won't show you too much of this because they do get a little bit nasty. But yeah, I think one of them's got a hump. And then we've got this picture for no particular reason other than I thought it was funny. Bar humbug. But yeah, then we've got some little monkey things. And here we've got the crazy armadillo. We watched him for quite a while and he just did this pretty much non-stop. And apparently Jess says that he doesn't stop. So he just charges around all day apparently. So it's quite quite a funny one. But yeah, anyway, back onto the microphone. So we did plug it in, but not far enough for the microphone to actually pick up any sound, but far enough for the GoPro not to pick up any sound on its own microphone. So it was kind of like no sound at all. So annoying, really. But hey ho. And here's the funky gibbon. This one is apparently a bit of a naughty boy. Jess gets punched by him quite often, apparently. So, and then we've got the camera-friendly meerkats. So apparently these are the ones that if you see on the website any pictures of the meerkats, it's apparently these ones. So when they see a camera, apparently they don't mind posing for it. As you can probably see here, they're a bit better trained than the others, apparently. Just yeah, quite inquisitive. I thought he was going to jump out for a second, but yeah, he didn't. Spoiler. Here we go. He's walking back now, so as you can see, didn't jump out. But yeah, really nice. As we're looking at some more of these meerkats, what I haven't mentioned yet is that we saw more keepers in this zoo than people, than guests. It was completely quiet. So we went on a Thursday afternoon in December, whilst all the kids were at school, and yeah, it was just completely quiet, which was fantastic, really. So as you can see, the snow leopard came right up to the window, quite cool, really. And then number 2 came out. So again, really nice, up close and personal. I guess because there's not hundreds of people wandering around the park, and it was pretty much only us, that sort of they're a bit more comfortable and a bit more active as well, actually, I think. But what an amazing creature. Really cool, really cool. And then there's the third lot of meerkats that we've seen. This again is all 3 have been different types. Quite funny that we saw them hunched around the corner. I think here that I'm saying about sort of they're building the new enclosure for the sun bears, and here's the little red panda. We could hear the lions roaring, so we headed over to the lions, and here he is, big boy. I think I've got a little clip that I'll be adding in a second of the lion, just sort of giving it some in the background. But I think I took a couple of clips on my mobile, which funnily enough, had I just done the whole lot on my mobile, this would have been absolutely fine, and you wouldn't have to be putting up with me nattering on. So here we go.
But they're 25, so that's pretty nice.
And then we saw Jess. She was cleaning out some of the more farmyard animals, and she was showing me those massive rabbits. And this is the tiger, absolute pest. You'll see in a moment when I don't know if he's showing off or wanting to try and attack us. Probably the latter. But yeah, it really does try to get to us, which was a little bit off-putting. But yeah, you'll see in a moment where he jumps up against the glass, and it's a shame that you can't hear because Kirsty does get a bit of a fright. We did capture it again in a minute, which I'll show you. It'll be on a as you can see, I don't know if you saw that. And Kirsty's a little bit flustered there. Even though the glass is there, it is still sort of I think sort of your natural reaction is to jump back, and Kirsty's a little bit flustered, as you can see. She's she couldn't believe that's happened, because it is so quiet. I think that I don't know if it's just a really good set of animals here, that you just seem to get better interaction with the animals. And here we go again, he's trying to get to Kirsty again. I think Kirsty did get that on her phone, which I'll enter in a moment. still makes you feel nervous, doesn't it? But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But really interested in us, as you can tell. Really cool interaction. But that's what I think I was saying there, is that this is just a fantastic place. They're doing a lot of building works here in the park, in Paradise Wildlife Park. It's only going to get better. So if you are in the local area, then I would really recommend that you do come along and take a look, because it's a relatively small zoo. If you're used to going to places like Whipsnade or Woburn or Colchester Zoo, it is on a smaller scale, but yeah, it's a little bit more personable, I think. So, but yeah, there is a dinosaur section to this, which yeah, a little bit different, much better than I was expecting. But we take you through here for a little while. So if you're interested in seeing that, so stick around. So Kirsty did take some videos of this on her phone. So what I'll do is I'll overlay those here, so you can get kind of an idea of the sounds that they make and so on, just to make it a little bit more of a better video rather than just listening to me rabbit on. But yeah, so let's have a look. So I knew that was going to move. So then you got the Diplodocus or Diplodocus, depending on who you ask.
Oh, no.
Yeah, really cool. They could have easily just put the noises over, I think, rather than actually sort of making them move and everything like that. And they're all censored as well. We was the only people in this part as well, so as we were walking up to them all, they were all sort of starting. You get the Velociraptor. Really cool the way that it moves, and quite eerie actually. You see Kirsty taking a film of it. A few more Velociraptors here. There's it looks like a bit of a family. So as you see, little one there on the end.
Dad likes to do an impression.
I can't remember what this one was called, but I called it like an egg stealer. It might have been called like a egg robber or something like that it translates into, which is what Kirsty's telling me there, which she was saying, good guess. And I was sort of singing my own praises there for guessing it. A little bit of a gory one. A few Velociraptors chowing down. But again, just really cool that sort of they all move. And then we've got the piece de resistance, the T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex here. Really cool. And it's absolutely ginormous, this thing. And yeah, the effort that they've put into this is really cool and really good. So yeah, we just set it off again just to have another little look-see at it. Yeah, really cool. Really good. Everything moves, even the tail, and it's really cool. We got another one of the biggies. I've seen this in Jurassic Park before. I don't know what it's called. Don't ask me. But yeah, as you see, sort of the tail wagging, goes right over the walkway, which I think I'll show you in a second. So yeah, it's not too far from my head. So yeah, watch your head if you're any taller. I think this one might be called a Stegosaurus, if I can remember. Back to my childhood, I used to like a bit of a dinosaur, but yeah, again, just really cool. It's really like good little bonus. This one didn't move or make any noises. I don't know whether we just didn't quite trip the sensor of it, but again, you can see the detail that they've gone into this. Then we've got the kind of classic Jurassic Park, Jurassic World scene where there's the two apex sort of going head to head. Again, really cool photo op here. Yeah, just a really cool little area of this zoo. It's yeah, not to be missed, I would suggest. And yeah, we did see a train line going through a little bit earlier. Well, I did point it out, but I think I've cut this out of this particular video. But yeah, I think this is an upcharge, the train ride. But yeah, good for little ones, I guess. And this is probably the one that I'm most scared of. It's one that sort of from the first Jurassic Park that I was always really worried about. And then again, another quite a cool photo op as you go through the tunnel of teeth. I think I'm just pointing out that there is a gift store here as well. And there's like a nice little area in the middle between the two parks for coffees, snacks, foods, playgrounds, fair rides and all the rest of it. Thank you very much for watching. We've also signed up for annual passes here, so we will be back. Bye bye.